Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. So today it's going to be like e-bike 101. Basically I'll share with you a little bit my knowledge about how to charge the bicycles battery if you're new to the bikes, or if you have just question about how to charge the battery, because every single battery would have a kind of user manual, and I noticed some of them not exactly the same. Some of them plug in different ways, and some of them actually give you different instruction how to charge, how often, and so on. So again, if you're gonna go to any group and ask the same question, you're gonna get about 100 different replies, and everybody will try to give you different kind of opinion, and of course different way to charge the battery. So that's why I'm gonna make this video to show you what I think and how to start the charging, how to store the battery. So we're gonna go over all these details. So I do have one of the battery here. It's from Macwell. I usually put a sticker on it, and I usually keep the batteries inside the house for one of the reasons, not only to keep it in a cooler area, also in drier conditions without much overheating, and as well to be reachable, to be able to charge them on a specific regular basis, which I'm gonna go talk to you about this later in this video. So first I'm gonna go with some basic what you need to know about charging block, because they come in different shape, different amp. You can find somewhere from 1.5 amp usually for mini bicycles, for smaller 36-volt system, to large. This one is for 60-volt system from Goat bicycles, which is 4 amp, maximum 5. So this one is huge, and this one actually for 3 amp. This one is from Lucky X1, and both of them actually UL listed, not certified only, listed. It means they are certified by ul.com, so it's very good. And this company as well, which provided to the Goat bicycles, so it's UL listed. Most of the chargers and the batteries will not have a sticker for or any labels of UL listed. This one does not have. It does come with CE. Okay, C it's for Europe. Very similar testing usually they do, but most batteries you're gonna find with CE, and some batteries might have, but I don't know any of brand, which I know only one brand, but I never have that battery in my hands. I rode the bicycle, but never have, which is UL listed. So let's get closer to the charger. So the charger will come with a bike in two parts, the block and the cable. So first what you do, as soon as you get the bicycle, you remove the battery, or you can charge on the bike. So you push in this cable inside. Okay, all of them would have it usually, even this large one as well. So if it comes together, that's fine. And then they will be light in different location, usually in the center somewhere. It's will be blink light, but as soon as you plug in, it will change either green or red. So the next step you need to do, you would need to plug in to the battery with these ends. Regardless of charger you have, you plug in first to the battery or to the bike, depend on the bike you have. So number one, you plug into the bike. Second step you do, you plug into the wall. As soon as you plug into the wall, the charger will turn green usually, and then to red. So it means it starts to charging. Don't unplug until it turns green completely, okay? Sometimes it might damage the bike. So the next step what you do, once the charger turns green, you unplug first, the same procedure you do from the wall, from outlet. And once the light is completely gone, you wait for a few seconds, then you unplug from the battery. This way will be no sparkle, will be no risk, less like fire hazard and so on. The chargers can be very hot, So be very careful when you're touching. During the charging period, they may get as hot as 60, 70, probably even, well, most usually it's 65, 66 Celsius. So it's about 130 or 150 or 130, I believe, Fahrenheit, even higher. So the battery can get very, very hot regardless of the size. Some of them come with a fan inside. Those chargers does not really get hot. So if you get charger which is very hot, you may want to check how hot, because I notice some small chargers and small batteries might get about 60 Celsius, and that's normal. So don't be panic, but don't leave it alone. So always charge and be next or close to your battery. Don't charge the battery while you sleep, so it creates extra hazard and danger. So always be awake and close to the battery while it's charging, because it's most dangerous part. Okay, and I think the charger can get on fire most often than the battery itself, and that's something very important, to have a good charger. Always use the same charger what came with the battery. If you're using different charger, make sure it's the same amp, because if your battery cannot hold more, like specific like amp charging, sometimes they up to 3 amp or sometimes up to 4, but if you start to charge and it's too much, then you can get battery damage or get on fire. And that's how you charge the batteries. Then we're gonna go how you store it. But before going that, I do have sponsor, and no, I'm just kidding. I don't have any sponsor, but I want to talk to you about helmet, which is very important while riding the bicycle. Regardless of helmet you have, it's always better than none. And I just want to show you, and I have discounts for them. So the one I wear recently, and this one is by Demon, okay, with meat inside. So I will share with you. I like it, and I'll tell you why I like it. It's a pretty light actually for full face helmet, which I usually ride in somewhere when it's not that hot and when it's not that cold. What I like about this particular, there's enough ventilation, so I will not get really hot. There's enough ventilation, which is also protected, but it's protect my ears from the wind. I usually don't like when the cold air get in my ears, and usually I would get sick from it. So that's why I prefer to wear like full face. I do have another full face dot helmet by Bell, which I also ride when I ride faster bicycle, but this one is more like for summer or for slower bicycles. The second I have over here is by X-Niter. This one is designed for up to 28 miles an hour, and it's pretty light. It's about maybe 3 times lighter than any full face helmet. So it's pretty light. It's not as bad, not as heavy. It comes with nice harness, and I do have few of them, and it comes with light, 3 different stripes. So this one is a bicycle helmet which you can ride basically all year round. They do have special liner for your ears and stuff, but I usually do this one now during the summer only, because it gives you a lot of ventilations, much lighter, so your neck will not get hurt. And I usually ride it whenever, like in the summer when it's very hot. Really good helmet, and you can always get discount. In description, I'm gonna have extra discount. I believe 30% on the Demon helmets, which is highest discount you can find, 10% on the X-Niter, and I believe 10 or 15% of Outdoor Master. This one is my favorite color design. Like, I mean, it's very nice, but I don't ride this one often, and also only ride it off-road for reason because it's so much ventilation inside, and if it's not warm enough, I notice my ears get wind, my face, everywhere. Like, so it's kind of very high ventilated helmet. Highly recommend it in a hot weather. So I'm gonna wear it more in the summer. It gives you full protection for your face. It's a lot of actually too much ventilation. There's no really mouth protection versus to this Demon one. Come with nice mouth protection, so all the dirt may go in a mouth over here. Well, I don't really do much dirt biking, but still. So this one has a lot of ventilation. The weight, they're about the same, and I do have discount. They do come in different colors, so if you like this one or this one, well, you can check them out. I do have video about them as well, So that was part of the just safety. And let's get back to the batteries and charger, how you store them. So you need to care for your charger the same way you care for your batteries, because that's very important as well. So the charger need to be stored in a cool, dry conditions. If you don't charge them outdoor, they don't recommend it. It's listed actually on this user manual, which is you'll listed, and they don't recommend charge outdoor. Not meant to be used in outdoor, not meant to be used in the snow, rain, or any wet conditions. So that kind of makes sense, of course. So you don't want to be electrocuted. So try to hold them, like store them in dry weather. And same to do with a battery. If you don't use them, make sure if you have a switch on and off, you can switch them off. Not all bicycles battery comes with switch off. This one does not have, but it does come with a status indicator. So that's about it. There's no really off on this one, but it's heavy, huh? But you need to store them correctly. So you need to store them, of course, in dry condition as well. If you ride them in rain, make sure you remove the battery later and dry them up to make sure it's dry. If you came from outdoor and it's hot was and you rode the bicycle, don't charge it right away. Wait for 30 minutes when the battery will cool down. That will prolong the life of the battery, and it will be more safer to charge the battery. Also, if you want to get better out of your battery, I recommend always for the first 5 times, always charge the battery every time after you ride it up to the full, regardless what you get. Like if you roll, let's say 10 miles, you have half battery left, charge to the full until the block turns to green light over here, or any block, I guess. Not don't go based on the display, go based on the charging block. And again, it's the first time, make sure you charge completely until the green light on the charging block. Don't disconnect it in the middle. It might damage also the cells in some cases. If your battery stored for more than a few weeks, make sure you charge it 100%. Some company recommend to charge it up to 80%. Some company recommend up to 70%. My own experience, I always charge up to 100%. Store it. If I store like for 3-4 months during the winter, because I have too many bicycles, like over 40 bicycles, so I usually charge them every 2 months. So every about 2-3 months, I do have like just pull them out and start to charge one by one. I know it takes a lot of time. That's why I'm trying to sell some of the bicycles, because I don't have. It takes a lot of time to spend to charge them every few months. If you don't do that, that's why I don't recommend to buy used like bicycles. The used bicycles usually might have bad batteries. So for example, somebody rode it during the summer and let this battery completely empty during the winter, never charge it, and then they decide to ride it in summer again next summer. The battery might be damaged, or they might go to sleep, and then you might be like, the person might be out of luck, the battery will not wake up, and then he would need to get a new battery or find the place which can fix it, because they don't have like small computer, I guess, inside, which would put them to sleep or might get damaged cells. If one cell got damaged, full battery will not work. That's why very important to make sure you charge the battery at least every 2 months. Some company advertise recommend every month. Some company recommend every 3 months. I always recommend to read user manual, follow the instructions they say, but I follow basically the same guidelines what I said, to charge them every 2-3 months, and so far all good, because I pull them out and it doesn't take that long, because if the battery fully charged, it takes only like 10 to 30 minutes recharge. You basically refresh them, and then I just put them away if I don't use them. Okay, if you try to use them again, you can ride it for maybe until the battery go down to 80%, and you can store it for another month or 2, but then you have to charge until the light green on the battery, on the charger. And I guess that's all for today. If you have any comments, or if you think I missed something, please comment below, like it, subscribe it for more, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.